Hey, Carol, what do you do?
Oh, what don't I do? That's the question.
I
I
think
got the
you're,
tabs open.
you what?
I've got the tabs open.
Oh, you have the tabs open. Okay. So yeah, so my name is Julia James, and I am the an international author of the Diary of a Curly-Haired Woman. I wrote a book in 2023. I talked about navigating life's curly twists and turns, maybe even yours, and that is what I talk about a lot. I talk about growing and representing your greatness in the earth, and part of that is a strategy I came up with the framework to support you. I love the word curls. It symbolizes my hair, it's kind of a little curly hair. But
Right.
life tends to be that way sometimes. And especially if you are a leader running your own business, you have kids, you have jobs, your aunt, your mom, mother, etc. A lot of things are going on, and life doesn't necessarily go linear. Sometimes it's curly. And that is my metaphor, and I reference it a lot with life. So if you're here, thank you for being here. Hi, Lancelot. I'm interactive. I just don't hang out and just talk at you. And
How
hi,
you
Robert.
doing?
Thank you for being here today. All
Hi,
right. So
Robert.
now let's get with it. It's time to unravel the pearls, guys, because life, again, like I said, doesn't come in neat packages or bows. Have you ever gotten a present or it was time to give somebody a gift or do something and you're like, oh God, how do I handle this? So you use AI to figure out how to do this. And if you have an executive assistant at home, maybe that executive assistant is your wife or your girlfriend. And you gave the present to them to help you tie the bow. I don't know. When I go do gifts, I go and ask people for help. I look really pretty and presentable. So my husband told me today, but I don't always do things in a certain way. I have to ask for help, and that's my point. It doesn't come all neat and straight. Life comes entangled, and sometimes it's overwhelming for us. And I know that personally, that as a speaker and as an author and as a real world person, I became my husband's caregiver back in 2022. We started going down this journey. I'm just going to give you a little background about me and what I use AI for. I'll throw AI in there in just a minute, but I want you guys to get to know me and I want to get to know you. We got 30 minutes together. Let's get a little cozy. So my husband got diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2023. And here later, he got diagnosed with multiple system atrophy. And so I was this person going from place to place, organization to organization, understanding that I had to make things work. It all fell on my shoulder. But I did have executive assistants. I did have people there to support me, and I can put those things off. But life took a turn, and I didn't suddenly have all those people at my disposal, and I had to figure out how to run my own household when I didn't have no longer had my husband to help support. Um, there weren't a lot of people around, and I had to figure out how to pull in that support system. So I was like, what are the tools? I had to take and do damage control and an assessment of what it was that I had available at my
Awesome.
disposal. And I said, everybody's talking about AI and how it's going to take over the world, but I want to see what's possible for me. And I kid you not, at the speed of light, when I started using AI, I realized it had things inside. It was equipped with things, and I realized that it was thinking faster than me. So I realized also that I had to train it because just like a dog or an animal or anything, right? AI doesn't know you, and so you have to make sure that you strategize with it. So I began to have business sessions with it, began to ask questions, and it became a tool that I use every day. So not as a shortcut though, as a thinking partner that helps me unravel the noise, the things that are going on in my mind. So I have 30 different tabs open every day. I have to make sure I'm monitoring my husband. Is he okay? Did I go to the grocery store? Did I forget my sister's birthday yesterday? Did I make sure that I put the trash out because I have to take it myself? Did I fill the gas tank in my car? Did I make sure that so you guys get the point. There are all kinds of tabs open every single day. So I had to figure out how to use AI because it's not a replacement of you. It is a strategist that you can pull in to help you stay organized. So today I'm going to talk to you again, just to reference back how you can use AI to create clarity, capacity, and confidence. Because what we don't want to do is forget that we have all of the tabs open and allow your battery to start depleting. You want to make sure that you make space because all of the downloads that you guys have every single day, it takes away at your energy or it can deplete it. You have to turn the off button on. And so before we go any further, I just want to think about an area in your life right now that feels overwhelming. Can you guys do that for me real quick? So where are you right now? And what is an area that you feel is overwhelming? If you guys can drop in the chat for me, because normally I like to take notes and engage and have different things going on, but technology wasn't teching for me today. So if you can, just do me one favor. What is your thing that feels overwhelming? Let me give you 30 seconds. Think about it, and if you can, just put it in the chat. So no one has anything? I know
Maybe
Miss
it's
Carol told
the
me she
word
had,
the
is it
word
working?
overwhelming might, I'm sorry, the word overwhelming might
Yes.
be the
One thing
problem because I don't think
is it letting you? Okay, I see it. Carol says, I have a lot to do, but nothing overwhelms me. That's good. All right. All right. So that thing that you're saying is you have a lot to do. Whatever it is, whenever you get yourself that you find yourself that you're just navigating on autopilot and you're trying to get things done, those are, I want to put equal those to your curls. So those are your curls. And so we have to figure out how to make sure that they don't get all tied up and tangled, right? You want to keep things organized. And everything that I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about today, you can apply that to your situation. So this first curl that we have to unravel when you have nothing to do, but you have everything to do, but nothing overwhelms you. I'm just going to pull that example from Miss Carol, if that's okay. So, did you have anything, Lancelot, you want to add? If you want to unmic, mute yourself, you can. I'm hoping that I don't talk at you, that I can engage you.
yes, I think for me the word overwhelming and nothing's overwhelming for me.
Okay.
I'm out here, try making it happen, but it's not overwhelming. I prioritize certain things. So I guess that word is um not alarming, but it's not something that I identify with. So maybe
Okay.
that's why a lot of people are not answering the question is that we overwhelming is not a word that I identify with.
That's good. So, if it's not overwhelming? Um, what is it that you have that's busy or that you find yourself not being able to finish throughout your day or your week? You have too many to-do lists?
Well, I I say this, things, I wake up 3:30, 4 o'clock every morning, so that I can prioritize certain things. But in the midst of prioritizing, it does get difficult when you're trying to do several different things within a day. So I would say that can become somewhat stressful, but not overwhelming. I don't allow
Okay.
myself to be overwhelmed, but I would like to know how to, maybe uh like I like the idea of maybe AI helping you to prioritize and making sure that you get the things that you say that you want in the morning, make sure you accomplish all of those things in the evening. I like that idea, but in terms of overwhelming, I'm not that I just can't identify with that at all.
And no, you should not. I'm so happy that you said that. So I was looking for the word that you guys are dealing with. So Ms. Carroll said, I have a lot of things to do. I do have tabs open. Lancelot, you said it's stressful. I'm going to tell you from my perspective, I do have a lot of things to do and it's stressful and sometimes it can get overwhelming. But that's only if I don't deal with the things, right? If I don't stay organized, if I don't manage it, if I don't create a space mentally, emotionally, and spiritually and physically to make myself available, to gird myself, to make sure that I stay on track. Um,
Mhm.
because there are things that can become overwhelming that may not start off with as that. You know, if you have a deadline, you have clients or you don't have a staff to deal with certain things. I have invoices that I need to send, and I have a husband that I have to make sure. So for me, I am setting up systems, processes to make sure
Mhm.
that I do that. For you, Mr. Lancelot, you said, for example, I wake up before 3 in the morning. I wake up about 4 or 5 in the morning as well, because I know that I have to make sure that I put that time in for me before everyone else gets to me.
Whatever gets up, that's right.
Right. But if I didn't do that, I had to stay up till 12, 1 o'clock because something happened, right? I'm still feeling angst to a degree, possibly, right? I didn't get enough sleep. The melatonin is not going to hit the way it needs to. I may have crash ate or not ate at all because of the things that I'm doing, right? And so all of these things come into play. And so we just need to be mindful. And I'm hoping that you guys will just walk with me a little bit to assess where you are. So when I'm inserting these little pieces, and they're really simple, but sometimes it helps to hear a different person from perspective to understand and how to I relate to this AI thing that I use every day, and hopefully you'll find some use for it.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Awesome.
as far as so most people are not necessarily stuck because they don't have answers. They're stuck, I think, sometimes because everything is happening once, but in your mind. And you have to find time to calm down to produce that clarity, and clarity reduces overwhelm. And so, if you don't mind, I'm going to type this prompt in the chat. This is one of the prompts that I use. So, I have 3 AI bots that I use. Actually, 4. I just added one this past week. Claude AI. I also use Perplexity. Sometimes I use ChatGPT and I use Gemini.
Hold on, let me get that
I'll just
down
type
right
those
there.
in the prompt for you
Okay.
in the chat. So Gemini,
Gemini. I've heard it.
ChatGPT,
I got that.
I also have a question, okay?
absolutely. And I use Perplexity.
Perplexity?
Per.
Per,
Oh,
PER.
I see it. Perplex. Got it.
So there's Gemini, Perplexity, ChatGPT, and then there's Claude AI. Please
Claude.
forgive me if I spelled Claude wrong.
Gemini. Where's
Thank you very
Claude?
much.
I don't
Claude
see.
See,
AI.
Oh, there it is.
Mhm. So each one of these function differently, but because artificial intelligence is still developing and it's not a replacement of you, it helps me think through what they do based on my learning and my findings of them and how they're still growing. I train them with my systems and my processes and what I'm thinking through. And so I'm allowing them to learn me so that they can develop to get me better output or better feedback each time I use it. So the prompt I want to share with you, and I'm going to type it here, is here's everything that's going on in my life right now. And this is just a baseline or a starting point because I don't know where everyone is with their AI use. This is where one of the ways I started. Here's everything that's going on in my life right now. Can you organize this into clear priorities and next steps? And I'm going to type that here.
Now you say, now each one of them you say that to, or is there one specific one that does a specific thing?
So Perplexity will tell you the truth. I'm going to give you my thoughts on their characteristics, and then I'll type the prompt. Perplexity gives you the truth. It cuts to chase, cuts to the chase. It does a lot of research and offers a lot of, it helps you see things from an angle or perspective, just like a straight up executive assistant. Okay. ChatGPT is more chatty. I don't want to say ChatGPT lies or tells the truth, but it's not always accurate, if you will. So you have to be careful with chat. And the other thing that I do like about chat is sometimes it will mirror you back and offer you suggestions. Once it begins to learn you, it becomes very intuitive, and so it could give you feedback. Claude AI acts kind of like a psychologist. It will pull in what you are training it to do and offer you some solutions and suggestions based on, again, what you have been training it. And it's used as I use it as a coach. So it can coach you through some things, and I bounce back ideas off of it to get a different perspective. And Gemini, I just started using it because it's connected with Google. It also can integrate with my business information. And so it gives me a different perspective, and it pulls in kind of like this worldwide view of things. And so for those different reasons, those are the reasons why I use them. Do I use each one every day? No. But for example, if I pull in ChatGPT and I give it a prompt or ask it for something or solution, I may say, hey, ChatGPT, I'm doing an SOP for this client. Can you please give me XYZ and pull in a graphic organizer so that and line everything for me, because I want to see it in a visual. It will do that for me. And so say I want to make sure I check it, cross-reference it for organization and for see if it was more accurate. I'll pull it into Perplexity, or I may pull it in or grab the information and put it in Gemini, just so that I can have different places.
Oh, double check it. Right.
Double check it. And then another prompt that I'll pull in, and I'll just say cross-reference this for accuracy using the latest research available, or act as an expert for, depending on what it is. Okay, I'll give you another example. So my husband deals with multiple system atrophy. I'm going to be very transparent. He's in stage 4. I don't know everything, right? So there are different things that are happening every single day. And so I take it and put it in one of Perplexity or ChatGPT, and I ask it to give me what is the symptom. So I ask it to please act like my husband's medical professional. Give me the latest research available for multiple system atrophy, and tell me what the symptom is. How can I fix it? And what do I need to do to be successful to not treat him, but help him in this moment? Okay. So the ChatGPT, all of these can offer you ways to be able to organize your life. I could put workouts in there. I can ask it to remind me to wake up, remind me of a plan for meal prep, or I can ask it for my latest the stores around me. I could ask it to cross-reference or compare different places for gas. Who has the gas, that's cheaper out here?
And is that any of them?
Any of them will do that for
you.
you.
Any of them will do that. Okay.
But I use them to cross-reference to see, because I might like one answer over the other.
Now,
so go ahead.
Question.
Yes.
Does all of them know the ins and outs of yourself? Like once, because from what I'm learning, AI is just a matter of exchange of information. So once you put your information into one thing, it goes into a mass AI of information. So my question is, I had a ChatGPT that was specifically designed for me with my information. So chat comes back to me as me. Now, is Gemini, because chat already does that, the question is Gemini going to know how to do that? Like if I ask Gemini a question, is he going to base his information off the information that was created for me with Chat GPT? Do you
So
understand my question?
yes, yeah. So there is a paid version of Gemini, not the free version. The free version will not do that. The free version will forget what you asked for 2 minutes later once you close it. But I will let you know, there is a tool in the background on Google to where you can pull in your history or like your cookies, and you can you can ask it or check to see if it still is holding any of the cookies, right? But that's not its function. If you pay for and I have not explored this fully, I'm just telling you the baseline and what I've used it for, okay? So Gemini has the capacity to hold the information and to learn you after you train it, right? You can give it the prompts that you are looking for it to help reflect back to you what you're looking for. But it also does a beautiful thing where it pulls in all the research from everywhere to help you with whatever processes, systems, or output you're looking for. Did I answer your question?
Sort of, yeah. It's like once the information is out there, once GPT gets that information, it's almost like public information. And so
Yeah.
Gemini and Perplexity and Claude all pull from a source of information that's already out there. So that's where the accuracy comes in. But then each one of them has their own take on whatever the question may be. So that's why you cross-reference them is what I think I'm gathering from what you're saying.
Yes, because they function differently.
Right.
So
Right.
that in itself is a resource that I use daily, because the trick is getting the understanding that you need to be successful so that your day can become what you need it to be, so that you can refine.
Can I say something here?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm listening to you, Lancelot. I think the question that you're asking is that if all of these large language modules are connected, and I don't know, I've not seen anything in the industry to indicate that they're connected that way, so that each of them function individually, right? So Perplexity is a deep research kind of tool. I call Perplexity Google search on steroids. What it is really, really good for is like if you're writing a thesis or whatever, it will collect all that you question it about, return a response, and cite where it got the information from. So if you have to create a bibliography or you have to give the credits afterwards in your papers, you have all of that information at your disposal, right? Claude AI in particular is very much about code, but it can also do everything that ChatGPT does. All right. And Claude is what it is because the creators of Claude are engineers that came from OpenAI, who is the creator of ChatGPT. So they took all the knowledge base and included it into Claude. But Claude, if you are not a programmer in any language at all, and you go to Claude, Claude can program for you in the language of your choice. All right.
So Claude would,
Go ahead.
No, Claude would take from that information that ChatGPT, not necessarily Perplexity, but Claude does what I'm saying is take from that massive information.
No, I don't have any information that those two large language modules are connected in any way, except that the engineers that left OpenAI created Claude. And that is all the connection. As far as it's sharing information across platforms, I don't think that's happening yet. I could be wrong, but from all of my interactions so far, I don't think that's happening yet. So when you create a prompt, you can go to each platform and ask the same question, and different you're going to get different responses that you could consolidate into the one that you want. So it is important when you prompt that you take the time to go through what the response is and make sure it is lining up with the results that you're
That you want.
expecting to find. Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
I do have an answer for you.
Mm,
They don't cross-reference with one another. They are individual,
right.
independent organisms, if you will.
Hmm.
So they don't talk to one another. I was going to hit on the piece that where you asked, are they, is it public information? There is a side of AI that you need to become aware of. I would encourage you guys, I don't have time to go into this. And some of my opportunities that I take to speak, to train, et cetera, I do and I can go into those pieces. But when you're using artificial intelligence, there's a way that you need to approach it to protect yourself, also protect your intellectual
Because it's being sold.
information,
That's right.
because it is public. Because of what's happening with them, and they're doing different things behind the
That's
scenes,
right.
contracts and agreements, etc. So you have to be careful. So you don't want to just share everything, because that can come into, play in a different area. But on the surface level, or as simple to simplify what we're doing today, we're talking about offering yourself lending yourself to the use of AI for confidence, clarity, and capacity, right? So I have 5 minutes left or 4 minutes left. Thank you guys for being interactive. If you want to chime in, Robert, I think you had a question, but I want to make sure that I put these prompts that I use, and hopefully it'll help you. So the second prompt, the first one is, here's everything going on in my life right now. Can you organize this into clear priorities for next steps? The second prompt that I have for you is, let's see, I only have 30 minutes a day. Help me create a plan to make progress on this goal. So it may seem like a very simple thing or a simple thought, but just imagine having the entire world of thought at your fingertips. I
Yep.
know it would take me maybe a lifetime to be in so many mastermind rooms, or many,
Yeah.
many rooms like this. So where we all collectively can come together to have conversations on the way we think about a topic.
Hmm.
But in a matter of seconds, a matter of minutes,
Yes.
you
AI
can
can
pull in those tools
yes.
to help you
Mhm.
with a plan, a simple plan. So go ahead, Mr. Lancelot.
No, I find that that's the fascinating thing about AI is that, and I love the fact that you can have these like this is very helpful for me. But AI can amass all this information and spit it out within seconds, which is fascinating, but very
Mhm.
worrisome at the same time, just in terms of,
Mhm.
AI becoming a human. But that's a whole nother topic that I've had discussions on. But what are those prompts again? I have the first one is, here's everything that's going on in my life and what?
It's in the chat.
Oh.
I'm going to type in the
Oh
third.
yes, yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Yep.
you're okay. So that I can make sure that I leave you guys on a good landing space. The chat prompts that I have are here. And the last one, we were talking about confidence. So after I've done these things, I can sit back and breathe. I can close some of those tabs that have been open in my brain. I can do some inner perspective or some different frameworks, and use this based on the information that I've got, because it knows me and I've been setting it up to support me, right? The third one is, based on the situation, what is the best next step I should take? Okay. And again, you don't need a whole plan. You just need the next step. You need to be able to breathe. And doing these simple things every single day could put you in a better position, a better frame of mind, It could give you some ease to whatever angst. And so somebody asked me, am I using pro version of all these AIs mentioned? Yes, I do pay for the pro version. So it's worth mentioning that there are free versions and there are pro versions. So they're multi-purpose, multifaceted. I do ask it to help me with flyers. I do ask it to help me with Excel sheets, etc. But again, I'm going to type the last prompt and then I'm going to leave you with,
Quick question. I got a quick question for you.
okay.
So I'm an author, right? I write books. I've written like over 500 books at Amazon, but I'm a
Congratulations.
YouTuber too, right?
Yeah,
I'm a YouTuber. So the question I'm gonna ask you, I'm trying to promote my books to YouTubing, and I'm trying to use the AI to create videos to advertise my books. Do you know any AI I can use to do that? Because I'm trying to figure out I haven't I haven't been able to do that.
that's a really great question.
Yeah.
I I'm going to leave you with my email address so we can take it further. We have 42 seconds, guys. I'm so glad
Okay.
you got a chance and you came and interacted with me. I'm blessed and honored to have been able to support you in any of the facet or way. Um, I am an author as well. I personally use ChatGPT. All
My
of
name
them
is Richard Trianmante, by the way. Richard Trianmante.
are awesome.
What's going on,
There's
Richard?
one thing that I want to leave you
Nice to
guys
meet you.
with. QUIP. Quip is another tool I use for my books.
Okay.
So, guys, it was great hanging out with you guys. We didn't get a chance to finish. That means the interaction and
We
feedback,
learned a
I
lot,
hope
though.
you benefited from it.
We
My name
learned.
is Julia James. I'm the author of The Diary of a Curly Haired Woman, a metaphor of life's curly twists and turns, maybe even yours. You can reach me at
Okay.
julialynjames.com. And I'm going to say that again. It's in the chat. Julia
I
at
can't see it because this thing at
Okay, Julia at julialynjames.com. Lynn is spelled Lynn.